Hello friends and welcome to my page. My name is Maria. If this happens to be your first time visiting, welcome to Maria's Fake Bake. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today. If you do not see the like button right up there, then that means that you're most likely watching the replay. And if you don't mind hitting hashtag replay so I can say hello to you. Alright, so I'm going to give it a couple of minutes. This way, some people can come in here. And in the meantime, I am going to look for myself. Let's hope this time I am able to, because last time I wasn't. So let's see here. I hope everyone's having a lovely Sunday or whatever time or day you're happy to be watching this. I hope your day is going well. And there's Marshmallow making his noise as usual. I was gonna let him in here, but he is making way too much noise. Let's see here. I bought him a new shoe toy, and he's just going crazy with it. He has not put it down for a bit, but that's good because that just tells me that he likes his new shoe toy. And actually, it's a pacifier, which I thought that was pretty funny. Because sometimes he acts like he's a baby. But he's my baby, so. Let me shut this off. Okay. Let me see if I can. Yes, I got it to work. Hola, Tammy. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? Hola, Ramona. ¿Cómo estás? You can hear me in. Thank you. Thank you. I was about to ask that next if you could hear me, but thank you so much. Thank you for coming in here on a Sunday. Yes, it was a last minute thing. Oh goodness, originally I wasn't going to show up. I wasn't going to do anything until next week. But I said, I can't. I need to come in here, Hola, Tina. Didn't think you were going to. Yes. Yes, that's exactly. But you know what? We gotta move on. We can't, I think I took enough time off, so it's like, I mean, if you know how it is, if you love crafting, no matter what type of crafting it is, you can't stay away for too long. You're gonna miss it really bad. And you're like, no, I can't do without. I have to. So you have me here today. I hope that is okay with you. All right. So I hope that I have enough time to do two things. I know Friday I did not come in here to do my creation or craft, however you want to call it, with the Spanglish Amigas. And it was about how us, crafters, how do we unwind, and oh my goodness, I hope he didn't break something. So I was going to share with you once hopefully I get this done, and then I can just quickly, if I see I have enough time in here, I can quickly go in, and then finish that up. Also, I know that, give me 1 minute. Okay, of course this is, so I know my amiga Lucy is supposed to be coming in as well, like around 3 o'clock is what I saw her post, because she also wasn't able to make it on Friday. So hopefully I get to finish before she comes in here, because I would hate to take over her time. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so last Sunday when I was in here with you, we were doing the Christmas book. And I went ahead and the only thing I didn't do live with you was to paint the gold, the pages gold. So I just went ahead and did that. Is that Linda? Hola, Linda, ¿cómo estás? Thank you. Let me see if this thing would work, because I was messing with it, but no, it's not. Feature. You know what? Give me 1 minute. 1 minute, because I miss sending hearts out. What is this? Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Okay, I don't know. It's probably not. Anyways. Okay, so thank you for sprinkling out. Oh my gosh. I tell you. forgot to do that. My goodness. Thank you for reminding me. Let's see here. Yeah, so like I was saying, last Sunday when I was in here, I was able to, there we go. I was able, we went ahead. Hola, Carol, ¿cómo estás? How are you? I hope you're doing good. Hope you feel a little bit better. Actually, you know what? A couple of days ago, I did also eat something and I couldn't. But anyway, so I just, after the live, I went in and I painted this. And then I used like a little clear stamp. And I stamped, it was supposed to say happy, or Merry Christmas. And it's supposed to have like a little bell. But it didn't work it's not as clear as I wished it would be, but that's okay. Anyways, I'm still going to be placing things, so I'll probably even cover that up, so I don't know. All right, now, and here's and this was made out of a piece of foam, a very thick foam that I just went ahead and sand, and cut that. And anyway, so I'm just going to place this back here for now. So, now we are going to be using... It's the video. I think I sent it over to YouTube because I know it's going to be here for a couple of days and then they'll take it down. But everyone that has a page, a lot of us are sending all of our videos over there. So if you want to go watch that to see how I did this, but I also have another video, like a smaller, almost like. Hola Ivan, ¿cómo estás? Thank you for coming in. Thank you. I did a short video. It's like about, I would say maybe between 7 to 12 minute long video. And that video is pretty much like to the point. So if you don't want to watch like a live like this video that pretty much we're everywhere, then that video would be the video for you. Okay, now the video as well that I'm going to show you here with you, this video also is over there and it's a lot smaller, like I said. So we are going to be making Santa's boots. Now I did, on my page, I went ahead and I left a list of all the stuff that I'm going to be using today to create Santa's boot. And one of them was 2 empty bottles of water. This way also you can drink, stay hydrated. Okay, so let me go right ahead and cut this part right here. I'm going to use, I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, right where the label's at, I'm going to go right ahead and cut that part, okay? And this plastic is like very, very thin. Sorry about that. Let me just see if I can. Nope. Okay. Hola Lucy, ¿cómo estás, amiga? I was just talking about you. Nothing bad. I was telling everyone that I noticed that you're coming live today, sometime after, around 3ish. So let me know exactly what time para que sí I can hurry up. So no te quiero quitar el tiempo tampoco. I don't want to take away your time as well. Or go over your time. All right, so I just went ahead and cut that off. Okay. So also, we are going to, let me get first my piece of cardboard, which, perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you're cooking, that's good. What are you cooking? So I went ahead and got a piece of styrofoam, and I believe this is a 2x3 inch styrofoam ball, and I just cut it in half. I just went ahead and already covered it up. You don't have to necessarily cover the whole thing because it is going to be glued down, but I just went ahead and did it. I'm like, what the heck, why not? Okay, so that would be como que a las 4 my time. Yeah, because you're central. Okay, all right, thank you. And so I just went ahead and covered it with clay, and this is the color that I'm choosing to make my boots. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to trace both of these together, and I'm going to get a pattern it's gonna look like this right here, because this is what we're going to glue this onto. Okay. All right. So let me, because I don't think that's even straight. This one, this is, I don't know where I got this piece of cardboard, but anyways. Okay, vamos. So I'm just gonna do like 2 circles. I'm gonna trace this one, and then I'm gonna trace this one. And how's everyone Sundays doing? How's everyone doing? You know what I'm trying to say. How's everyone Sundays doing? Oh my goodness. Te digo. Okay, so I'm going to need, it's up to you how many you want to add. I just think that the thicker the better. But you can go between 3 and 4. It's like I said, it's totally up to you. I already have that one, so I'm just going to do, I'm going to do 3 more. They don't have to be perfect either. Como puedes ver allí, these are not perfect circles. All right, and then let me do this one. Let's see. I think I have enough for this right here. Okay. Your Sunday's going great? Oh, that's good. Huh. Okay, I think I pushed something. I don't know what I pushed, but it's telling me to open my YouTube channel. What? ¿Por qué? I don't know. I don't know. I'm still learning FB's tricks. I've been in here. I got I posted that I got a note, not a note, a message from them that I've been doing this for the past 2 years, and I still don't know half of the stuff, how it works. I'm learning as I go. So I'm like, oh wow, it's been already 2 years. Wow, that's amazing. I remember the first time I came in here on Face that I was nervous. I don't know why. It was like crazy. I guess because over here you have, well, over there too, you have a live audience, but only if you go live. And here, you know, you can record, and then, but that takes like forever to load up, is what I noticed, and I hate doing that. So that's why I'll just record. If I do any recording, I'll do that, and I'll just load it up from YouTube over here. But yeah, so I think that's why I was nervous, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have live people over here. It's like, what if I run out of things to say? Like, oh my goodness, you know. So I was a bit, you know, scared. But then the more you do it, you know, the more you get comfortable. You start, you know, remembering names and recognizing people, and then you become friends. And then it's not bad anymore, you know, because you're like, okay, you're among friends, you can be yourself. And at times you're like, you know, be careful. You don't know what you're gonna say. You might offend someone. Like, so I'm like, okay. So a lot of times I was always nervous because of that. I was like, Jesus, watch over my tongue. It's like, I don't want to get nobody mad or say something I shouldn't have said. You know. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. It's been the couple of last months has been interesting. I can say that much. But it's been fun. It's Hola Vicky, ¿cómo estás? How are you today? But yeah, what would I do differently? If, I know you're not asking, pero I'm just, you know, chit-chatting with you. What like, if this would have been like let's say if I would have to do this all over again, what would I do differently? Nada. Nada, because I mean, otherwise how would I learn, right? How would I learn? But I'm happy. I'm happy, you know, that I got the opportunity to come in here, and that I still have, that FB hasn't canceled me. I'm like, I I've been good. I've been good. So I know on this book where my name is gonna go, like the naughty list or the good list. You got 3 of mine. You got what? Yes, exactly. Um, you know, it's you have so many things on your mind and you want to do it all. But, and I was like that the other day. When I was posting these, my previous, Rocio, hola, ¿cómo estás? Call me after her life. Oh, okay. I don't know who you're. Oh, okay. You're probably talking to someone. Pero sí, what was I saying? Ya se me olvidó. Oh yes, about what I was posting. I was like, I posted like my previous, previous, creations and all that because I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to come in here after we finish the book. I want to come in here and do, something and let me see what they would like for me, to show or to do. So I got a lot of good ideas, a lot of people feedback and all that. And I was like, you know what? Yes. So that's what we're going to do. Now, these are not all the same size, but that's okay because we're not going to even see them. The only reason I'm doing this is because I want this to hold it in place. Now, if you want to, it's totally up to you. You can cover this up, but because we're going to place it on the book, there's no reason to waste any material on that, okay? So what we are going to be doing is that we're going to glue all of these four together. ¿Dónde está el pegamento? So, yeah, so I have like already a list of things that I want to do, and I'm not sure if I want to challenge the girls. Well, I am sure I want to, but I don't know if they would want to because they'll probably be like, Maria, no. It's like, we had enough. But then again, to me, I always see it as like, hey, if you don't challenge yourself, how are you going to know, so, but I also don't want to put too much pressure on them. So I will just leave that up to them if they want to or not. I will run it by them first before I say anything. Pero sí. Okay, so I think that's good enough. All right, so we're going to glue all of these together. I think this was the largest one. Is it? Like I said, it doesn't really matter. But I do want the largest one on the bottom. Okay. Hola Helen, ¿cómo estás? How are you, my friend? Gracias por conectarte. Me da gusto que estés aquí conmigo. I'm happy that all of you, not just Helen, all of you are here with me, joining me on this beautiful Sunday. I woke up this morning. I was like, heck with everything. I'm not gonna let it come to me. Nope. So I got my workout clothes on and I'm like, let's go walk. So I was out there enjoying the nice, cool, not so cool, but good air, temperature, because it's going to be, well, this is inside the house. I don't know what's outside right now. Maybe like around 80s. No, probably 90s. I know that last week it was like in the, or is it like in the 80s or 90s? But it was feeling like in the triple digits. And I was like, oh my God. And last week I did not go out there at all. Like, no. Well, walking wise. I did work on my lawn because I've been wanting to do that for some time now. Hola, Jenna, ¿cómo estás? How are you today? Okay, so now that I have these glued down, now we can glue this one down as well. Or we can hold off on that, okay? So here is we're going to work on this part right here. So here is the foam sheet. Now, this is from Hobby Lobby, and this is a 12 by 18. I already have mine cut, so I'm just going to put that there. I got an extra one just in case I mess up on this one, which you really shouldn't, but just in case, just in case. So this piece, I measured it, is 14 by 14 and a half by, well, this 5.5 by 14 and a half. Okay, so it's 5 by 14 and a half, right? Now, I am still going to trim off a bit because this is way too much. So it looks like what I'm going to wind up trimming off is probably about 2 inches, if I'm reading this right. About 1.5 inches. It looks like that's what I'm going to wind up trimming off. But I'm not going to trim nothing just as of yet. Oh, that's good. It's 90 there in Florida. Okay. I forgot, Carol. Did you say you're up north? Yeah, it is hot. It is hot. But like I said, it was a good walk for me this morning. I enjoyed it. Pero I'm like, that's it. We're good. All right. So, in the front of the boot, I want to add little buckles. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it. I'm not going to worry about if it's even fold because, like I said, we are going to be trimming some of that off. So I'm just going to fold it one way, this way. And I want to make sure that this, let me use my scissors, that it stays. Okay. All right. And then fold it back. And perhaps about maybe 1/2 inch, you want to go back. You're in Central Florida. Okay, so yeah, we're not that far from each other. So it's just about the same. I just, the lower Florida is, is the hotter it gets. But it's crazy because we're just in May. And this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. All right. So I'm not going to glue it just yet, but I am going to be adding glue here and then adding glue back here. And that's going to hold it in its place, okay? So the same thing I'm going to do on this end. Now, it depends on you on how wide you want it to be. That's how much you're going to fold. Or that's how far out you're going to fold it, okay? So I have one over here because it will take forever for me to do both at the same time. So let me make sure that the one I have over here, it is the same size. And it almost looks like 1 inch apart. Where is my ruler? I used to have a clear, cute little ruler. I don't know where it went, but that is okay. All measurements are the same. So yeah, it's about 1 inch apart. So I'll just use this right here. So there's going to be, okay, so there. You left South Florida because of the heat? Yeah. Yeah. We have like my neighbors, my backdoor neighbors. They are snowbirds. So once it starts like in June is when they start taking off. Like they start getting ready, and they take off because it is hot. It's like I don't blame y'all. I can't afford 2 houses, so I'm like, otherwise I will be doing the same thing too. Unless I win the lotto, then for sure. I'll be doing the same. Pero ahorita, I only have 1. But anyways, why would I want 2 houses? I'm good with the one I have. Okay. So now that it is folded, this is how distance I'm going to have it. So I'm going to go right ahead and add the glue. I'm using this silicone glue. And this is the one that I use for, it's good for the foam. Styrofoam, but it's also good for foam sheet. And because I need to hold it down, once I add my glue, I'm going to place something heavy so it can quickly dry up on me. Lucy, you never told me what you were cooking, amiga. But again, I don't know if I want you to tell me because me va a dar hambre. Is anyone else's cooking? Or you know what? It's Memorial Weekend, right? Usually on Memorial Weekend I would go to the beach, but I'm like, man. Okay. No se te vaya a quemar las tortillas. Like, don't let those tortillas get burned, girl. Okay. We're just gonna hold that there for a minute. We got a lot of snowbirds. Yes. We got quite a few. Okay, so let me find something heavy that I can place this on top. On top of this. You know what? I'll just hold that for now. It's not that heavy. Pero it should hold. Just okay. Yeah. So, is anyone? What are y'all doing today? I mean, besides watching me, are you guys also? Sorry. Are you ladies? También, are you crafting or are you? And if you are, what are you crafting? I mean, are you doing the same thing or are you doing your own thing? Are you cooking dinner? What time is it? Oh, it's lunchtime, I think. How is your Memorial Day weekend going? I went to Walmart this morning and they already had there was a lot of people there. I was surprised. That early in the morning. Too old for the beach. Too old for those bikinis. I know. I used to love going to the beach, when I was younger. Now that I'm older, I don't, I don't care much for it, Okay, so I think this should be, no, todavía está. Okay, so I need to find something heavy. That's not heavy. That's not heavy. I want something heavy. The book is not heavy enough because I want it to dry up quicker. All right, so I'm gonna put this to the side for now. Okay, we're not forgetting about this. I cannot do anything until, you know what? Yes, I can. So I am going to be trimming off like where my boots are gonna have like little buckles, and I'm just gonna trim off some pieces here, and I want it to be, let me see, because like I said, I already have one over there. I want them to be the same. So it's gonna about 2 inches long. So I want to make sure that they are 2 inches long. So I'm gonna need 4 of these. I was gonna pull out my amigas craft, but I'm like, no, let me do this one. I don't want to get people confused. Because you know how it is. You do like 3 projects at one time, and then you wind up not finishing it all. Neither one. Okay, so this one is a slightly short, but I do have an extra one over here. All right, so here are my 4 strips. Okay. And then I'm going to be using some flat pearls. And I'm going to be doing like a gold flat pearls on there. So while I am waiting for that, I am also going to be cutting off a trim that I'm going to put around the boot. Okay, so once I put that piece of foam sheet to cover this, I'm going to add a strip there to cover this right here. Aw. You're making a beautiful wreath, Helen. Well, that's cute. Make sure you send pictures. I want to see pictures. I like seeing other people's work. It's amazing that how we all have our own technique. So, okay. So I am going to be needing a strip, and I think that the strip that I have is too thin. So I am going to grab this one here. And I believe that is about 2 inches wide. So I'm just going to go right ahead and cut the whole strip. And then whatever I don't need, I'll just trim that off. So let me grab my ruler here. And Before I forget, my amiga and I, Miss Debbie from Debbie's Bright Ideas, we were invited to collab with Lizzie from Twisted Real Crafts, and she's going to be coming in. Debbie's going to be coming in. This is for this Tuesday. She's going to be coming in at 1 o'clock in the afternoon at Eastern, and then I will be coming in at 6 p.m. So we're like, okay. And then on Wednesday, we're gonna, again. So Miss Debbie's gonna be a busy bee. She got Monday with her Debbie's Bright Ideas, and then on Wednesday again. So, and then on Friday again. So that girl's gonna be busy. But yes, you're gonna see me on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Wednesdays, of course, with Debbie from the Bright Ideas Crafters and Marketplace, and then on Friday it's gonna be with Spanglish Amigas, and also on Friday. Vamos a ver. So this is what is this? 17 inches long, but of course I'm not gonna need the whole thing. I am going to be trimming some of it off. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Let's see here. Let me see this. Todavía no se termina pegar. Okay, I want to make sure that this is like completely glued down. Now you can use hot glue, pero you can make it out of clay. The only thing is that I think there'll be a lot of clay you'll be wasting, but that's up to you. You can make it out of clay. That's not a problem. Just if you do decide to make it out of clay, wait until it is completely dry, until both of them are completely dry. Once they're completely dry, and then go right ahead and glue them onto your piece. Because this one is out of glue, clay. I was going to use foam, which you can also use a foam sheet. It's just like taking forever to glue. And I need something heavy, but I can one thing. You know what? Give me a second. I found something heavy. But like I said, if I wanted to do that, I'm going to use my big thing there. If you want to do this from a foam sheet, then you're going to have to use, you're going to have to heat up your foam sheet. And what you can do when you heat up your foam sheet, you can use an iron. Just be careful when you have that iron. And then all you're going to do, let's pretend this is my iron right here. You're just going to be placing it there and lifting it up. Place it until this becomes very thin. And you're going to be like getting a little bendy there. Hola, Gloria, ¿cómo estás? And then once that it's like it starts stretching out, you'll be able to stretch it out. So you're just going to be like molding it over your foam. And then again, keep doing that, stretching it out more. And then doing this, stretching it out more until you completely you're able to stretch the whole piece of foam over your ball. You trim it off, and then of course you glue that down. With that, you probably would have, I don't know, I'm sure it will work the same if you use the silicone glue with the foam sheet. You can use your hot glue. The only thing about the hot glue is that make sure you don't press too much onto it, because then you'll see like little lumps in there, but then again, it's going to leave some of it on the bottom where you can just drape it over like that, and then just add the glue here, because again, this is going to be covering up. So you can do everything out of foam sheet if you want to make the boot, or if you want to make everything out of clay. Of course, it's totally up to you how you want to do that. But I do recommend you, if you do that, just let it dry before you attach those two together. The only reason I say that also is because in case you have to move it or they get attached, and if you pull it out, well, the clay is still soft, you'll probably pull the clay out. So I like to completely let this dry, and then it should not take that long. to dry, you know. And then yeah, and then just put them together. The you can, it's any foam sheet really that you can do that with. I have used this one. I've also used the thicker one. This is a little bit thicker than the glitter one. And yeah, all you do is just get your iron, heat it up, and then just, again, be careful. I did make maybe about 2 or 3 years ago when I was over on YouTube doing videos there, I made some candies from foam sheet from doing that. And but do be careful. I don't remember. I did something else. I don't remember what else I did with using. I did everything from the foam sheet. I just can't remember because how long ago it was. Pero sí, let's see si ya se me secó. Okay, so it did. All right, so here it is. Okay, so here's this. And then now, no, mira, it's still a little bit there. But that's okay because I can come in here. Now, what I am going to do so they can stop this from, because it's really flimsy. Let me see if I can add my bottle. We can make it for now. So I'll be able to control it better. Let me see. I'm not going to glue it just yet. I just want to make sure how much I'm going to trim off. So, vamos a ver. So I'm going to be trimming off. Okay. Just need to marcarlo. Okay. Let me just see if I cut this straight. Yeah, well, I already had that one cut. I mean, lined up there. So I want to make sure that I cut these straight, because you know, if you don't get a straight cut, what's going to happen is that you're going to see it later. It's going to be a gap there. So, and before I cut the other side, I want to make sure que lo voy a cortar. Okay. Con la uña, I'm just, with my nail, I'm just gonna like try to see if I can make a little line there. And then I can just use my nail with the mark that I gave with my nail as a guide. Okay, so I'm gonna cut about 1.5 inch. Where's my... Oh my goodness. So vamos a cortarle aquí. Okay, so please be careful when you're using sharp objects, ladies. Be careful. This maker, you can have your little ones too, but of course, just when there's when this is involved, make sure that you are careful. Don't you do it. Don't let them do it. Unless you're clumsy like me, then have someone that is not clumsy to do it. Or you better yet use the scissors. Okay. Vamos a ver. Ah, perfecto. All right. So lo que voy a hacer, I have some big old clips here, which I think I have little ones. Let me see. I have little ones somewhere. I should have grabbed those. Oh, mira, los aquí. I'm gonna need these only because this is what's gonna hold these right here. Let me see. Okay, so we're gonna use the same glue. Same glue. Go crazy with your glue. Nah, just kidding. Okay. So Entonces con el pegamento right there, I'm going to use this little clip to keep it from moving. Voy a poner uno allí. I'm going to put one here, and then I'm going to drape it over. I'm going to put, okay. Let's use this one here. Okay. Se me está abriendo ahí. I'm going to have to hold this. Now, maybe if I can put this back in there, it can help me keep it from... I am going to put something in there. Oh, hola, Cristal. Gracias. Yes, it's been... What, I think 2 years? Yes. Thank you. Oh, so what is the heck is going on here? Okay. So, now I think either A, we can hold this here until it completely dries, or you can use like a rubber band, you know, and just hold it so it can hold in place, which maybe I have one here. Pero como este taking way too long para que se me seque. Okay, so we'll just hold that there. You know what? I might have to use the crazy. A ver si lo quiere picar esto. But I still have to glue the back here. I'm gonna have to glue it back here. Okay. Just make sure you don't get none of that on your hands, on your fingers, like I just did. Okay. Vamos a ver if this works because the other one is taking way too long. When I did the first one, it's really, like I said, it's okay. Está pegando. It's I did it off camera, so I would just like do one thing and I'll walk away and come and do another part, you know, because when you're doing things off camera, and then you got a little one, and my little one is my puppy. You get distracted quick. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. I'm gonna in the meantime, I'm gonna get a piece of foam. Okay, I have pieces of styrofoam that I made from. I use, what do you call that stuff that is for the window? Window seal, I think what it's called. Anyways, here's a little ice cream. So I'm just going to cut these pieces. I'm going to stick them in there because I want it to be a little sturdy. And I'm also going to be adding glue to this because I don't think that worked. That was weird. I don't know why it's no está pegando. Well, because it's, like I said, I needed something heavy in that to leave it there for a while. Hola, Bey, ¿cómo estás? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm doing way much better. Thank you. And also, while I'm waiting for this to glue to hold. Hola, Cecilia, ¿cómo estás? I want to say thank you to everyone for sending me some prayers and for, you know, reaching out to me. It really meant a lot to me, you know, that, you know, over the years I have made many friends here. ¿Ya regresaste? ¿No se te quemaron las tortillas? And, you know, like I said, it means a lot, you know, that a lot of my followers have become good friends. And I don't see you no longer as followers. I see you as a good friend. So thank you so much. I do keep my life personal, but sometimes it's, I still keep some things personal, you know, but I did share something on my personal page, and sometimes life is just gives you, you know, I always feel like God gives you tests, you know, Um, that's the way I feel. You know, just to, but he does it to make you stronger also, and he wouldn't give it to you if he didn't thought you could handle it. So I learned. Mira, I think it's better if you use this a lot quicker. Okay, so that should be good. Hola Caricia, how are you, Cricket? How you been? I saw your post. I'm so glad that nothing happened to you, that you were good. Okay, so here it is. All right, so now these are going to be my little belts, and they're going to be right there. I am going to glue these, and then I'm going to add little. I'll do that towards the end. Okay, so here is the bottom of my boot. I am going to glue this down because that's not what I want. I want to make sure this goes nowhere. Pero yeah, like I was saying, you know, I sometimes we hit bumps in the road, you know, and that is what how you deal with it is what makes you strong, is what, you know, keeps pushing you, and I just had enough, you know. It's like no, you know, and things like that happened made me see that stuff here. Like no, and you know, and people that have it a lot worse than I do, you know. I shouldn't be complaining, you know, because there's people that have it a lot worse than I do, and then there's people that have it a lot worse than them. So I am grateful for what I have, and I'm going to keep appreciating everything and everyone who's been there for me. All right, so that is glue. No, it's not. So I'm like, yeah, that's glued down. Okay, maybe I need to like not touch it. Hola, hi, ¿cómo estás? I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? Thank you for being here. Yes, I know, but sometimes, you know, I know we're humans, but sometimes you're there are times that you start feeling like you're being programmed, like you're not, you know, because they expect, you have people that expect so much from you, and they keep forgetting, and then, or they don't like care or whatever, and then you forget to care for yourself, you know, and then you're like, oh, okay, but then I gotta remember, no, we're not human. I mean, we're not humans. We're not robots. We're not robots, you know. We need time. You need time to reflect. You need time to rest. You need time to, you know, to pray and to be grateful for what you have, you know. And I was like, I was tired, you know. I was like, you know what? Not today, Satan. Not today. So this is a little bit too. I think cut enough on this right here. Not that it matter, pero anyway. All right. Vamos a ver ahora sí. Okay, hope that should glue that down. All right, so I'm going to use this one because I'm not gonna go with that one over there. Use some crazy glue, and then that's just gonna leave that there. We're not aliens. Robots, I know, girl. But you know, there's other people that seem to think we are, you know, and if you don't put up your foot down and you don't say something, they're gonna keep wanting to use you over and over and over. And unfortunately, that's what I was allowing, you know, for a long time, you know, and not realizing what it was doing to me as a person, as a human being, as a woman, as everything, you know, what I am. And for a minute there, I was like, what is going on? You know, why am I letting this do so much? And hola, Jamie, ¿cómo estás? Jamie, thank you for being here. It is, you know, and that's why I always say, you know, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, and he will not give us something if he didn't thought we were capable of handling. Even though sometimes it feels like the world's ending to us, it feels like there's no way out, we got to remind ourselves. And my sister was talking to me this morning, and she reminded me so much, and I actually told her that, and I can't believe that I actually like admitted it, that, oh my gosh, and I was amazed with myself that I actually admitted that out loud, and not just to myself, but out loud to her, she, but I was also happy that she said that I'm gonna cut this. I don't think I'll ever use it, but still, I can always make more. And which I will tell you, growing up, growing up, my mom was my mom and dad because my parents had split, right? And my oldest sister, got married at the house, leaving me in charge of all the rest of everybody beneath me, younger than me. Not beneath me, younger than me. And see, that should be good enough. I just don't want it plenty. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit more because we are going to be covering that up. So I had to be big sister and mom at the same time, and my mom would always tell me that I always had to set the example. Now, mind you, I'm like 12 years old and I'm being told this, so I felt like a lot of my childhood, it was taken from me because I had to grow up pretty quick, I had to look over my youngest brothers and sisters and younger brothers and sisters, and and forget about everything else. I had to watch over not just myself but over them. And my mom, and my mom was always working. She would come home just to take a shower, get dressed, eat something, and vámonos to the next job. So my sisters, me having to be the role model for them, I had to grow up, and I could not show weakness. I could not show any signs of weakness. I always had to be strong for them. I always had to show them that nothing was possible. Nothing and impossible. Everything was possible. Everything was a challenge. You had to go and you had to fight for it, and never let no one put you down. Stand up. No matter what, you always stand up for what you believe, what you want. You go and you get it, because it was never going to be handed to you. So that's how I grew up with that mentality. Also, before my father left, he would always tell us, you never depend on a man. You work for yourself. You want something done, you get it done. So being told that, growing up where I had to be the one in control, not control, the one in charge, that's how I became an independent person. So I always did not needed anyone, and for a long time I feel like there are men that want to be in, that want a woman to depend on them, want a woman to have them do everything, and they don't do nothing. And unfortunately that wasn't me. So I feel like that also played a big role of my personal life. So when this happened, it really took it took me down, and my sister had to remind me of everything that I have done. They would always see me as an inspiration to them. They always looked up to me, and me doing this, it was not good for them to watch, because this was not who I was. And I was like, I'm human, and then I just, when we were having that conversation this morning, I was like, you know what, you're right. What am I doing? This is not, I want to also teach them, life is going to give you hits, they're going to give you punches, but you get up and you fight. You get up and you don't give up. You don't bow to nobody. You gotta, you can't, you gotta keep fighting and keep going. You know, because I mean, as long as you have Jesus by your side, you're not alone. So that's why you see me here today. That's why I am here today, because originally, you know, I have said that Siempre didn't have a child. Yeah, it is, you know, and I am grateful. I am totally grateful. Even though the way we were brought up, I was still grateful, and I'm still grateful for what I know, for what that how I can succeed out here, how I can, like, okay, you know, I mean, here's my other boot. I already showed it to you. Here it is. This is what we're doing. I had to bring it up because I'm like, wait a minute, this looks too, okay, it's supposed to be an inch, not an inch and a half. So, ya, ¿pa qué lo escondo? Let me, like, I'm hiding it, like, I don't want you to see it. Here it is. Here's my boot. I mean, I'm not even focusing. I'm like, I'm chipi. Anyways, pero sí, you know, it's life's given us some lessons, you know, but I am grateful still, you know. I didn't like it growing up, but I figured that if I wasn't taught this, then how would I be able to handle what happened to me, you know? So yeah, this whole week was like, it was terrible. I just couldn't. It's like I had to remind myself of who I was, you know, who I am, because I felt like I was losing myself for a minute there, and I was like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. And this thing does not want to stand still. Like, I'm trying to cut smaller size, pero no me deja. Come on. Pero yeah, I'm like, okay, you know, I just got up, dusted off, and said, let's go, let's do it. You know, I got this. I got this. This is not, you had me there for a minute, but that's all I'm giving you, just a minute, because I'm not going to go through this again. And it's terrible, you know. It's really terrible. I don't wish it upon anyone, especially, no one at all. Not even my worst enemies, you know. But all good. Thank you. It's like I'm almost like, yeah, this because I show it to you, I'm over here hiding it. I'm like, I don't want them to see it. Les digo, don't I tell you? But it's, you know why I also came in here? Because when I come in here, I like laughing. I like joking with you ladies. I don't know who was it that I wrote. I put something about, I don't remember who was it. I think, was it Vay? Or was it you? Or was it, who was it that I said something about, what do you get when you put two crazies together? So I'm waiting for her to see if she replies to that. But it's good because, you know, to laugh, you know, it's who told me? Debbie told me that it's God's medicine. I'm like, you know what, you're right. I love laughing, you know. I love having, you know, a good humor. And plus, did you know that you lose calories even if you laugh? Yeah, yes you do. And I just noticed that I cut this wrong. Let's trim it up a little bit más. Pero, you know, I mean, I know we're all going to have, you know, challenges in our life, you know, but we just got to keep reminding ourselves that there's better things out there, you know, it's new beginnings. But it is what it is, you know, it happened. Oh my goodness. Como dice la muchacha in my job, oh my lens. Okay, I cannot cut straight worth of. This is right, just right here. Let's make a little trim. There you go. You get a lot of fun. It's Vicky, was it you who? Mira, I want to put this one on. Was it you who that said two crazies, a Maria and a Debbie too? You get a good time? Yes, definitely. Good time. Okay, so it looked like I'm going to. All right, so we're just gonna do this in the back. What do you get when you put two crazies together? Oh, all of us. We're all crazy. Huh. You get a Maria and a Debbie duel. Well, Debbie and I, we're planning on a duel. You know, another duel. That girl always makes me, she always cracks me up. And that's why I love her, because she cracks me up. Yeah. And I like that. I like having friends that are funny, that are alive, you know, laugh at it and says, let's dust it off and let's keep on going. No, it wasn't you. Who was it then? I know it was someone that, it wasn't that long ago. It was just a couple of minutes ago, and I already forgot. All right, so let's add some. We're going to continue using this right here, yake. Let me add some here in the front first. Let me add some of there. Yeah, get me and me. Get you and you. I don't remember. My goodness. But anyways, but yes, it's what we need to do. We need to have fun. Come in here, you know, enjoy life. Life will gonna give us, like I said, little hits there, here and there, but we just get up and dust it off. Plus, remember what generation we are. We're the badass generation. That's what we are. You know, we got a sense of humor. We're sarcastic. Well, I feel that my sense of humor is a funny sense of humor. You know, but yeah, I was telling this kid, it's like, you don't mess with our generation. You know, we don't care about feelings. It's like, we hurt your feelings so well. Like, we dealt with so much things, you have no idea. Our life, what we dealt with, that we laugh at everything now. You know, yeah, you might get us for a second, but we're back up. We're at it again. It's spicy. And I learned crazy Spanish word. Yes, I know. Y'all ladies, I swear. Sometimes. I think y'all know more crazy words than I do in Spanish. That's right. Yep. You know, and you know what? The sad part is that I was actually letting it, like, take that from me. And I was like, no. It's like, I can't. I didn't work too darn hard for it to be taken away from me like that. No. Like, not today, Satan. Not today. Okay, so I'm just gluing this around the rim. Like I said, if you want, you can cover that, because you will see a gap there because I did not cut this straight. But that is totally up to you if you want to do that or not. I just noticed that this is going way too hot. There we go. But I'm not going to, because since we're going to place it on top of the book, there's really no need to do that. Yep. That's, yeah. When we were talking, it was actually I and my coworker were the same age, and then the kid is like probably in his 20s or 30s, something like that. And he was talking about how he was in border school, and away from his parents and this and that, and we're like, oh. Like, well, let us tell you how we grew up. I'm telling you, I think he was getting scared. It was like, Yeah, like, well, our, like, I guess he was trying to make it sound like, well, you had your parents, you know, I didn't, you know, because I was in boarding school, and we're like, no, no, like, yeah, we had our parents, but they were never around, you know, and if they were around, either we were cleaning or something, or they were asking us to go bring the belt to them, or go get a piece of stick from outside, and here are us dummies looking for the prettiest one out there. I'm like, no, because we were telling each other stories of how they would, you know, how they would get punished there and this and that if they misbehave, and we're like, yeah, well, I'm like, nah, since my generation was built rough, you know, we don't take nothing from no one. So, all right. So I have the little piece of styrofoam in there. That's just to hold it, make it a little bit thicker, you know, harder around here. And then because I'm gonna add clay in here. What time is it? Oh, it's 3 o'clock. I don't know. Lucy said she's going on live at 4. Okay. All right. So if you want, you can add the glue around here, which I am going to do it. But I'm going to do it with the other one. La chancla. Oh my God. Yes, la chancla. Wait, what about the matamuscas? What do you say about matamuscas? The flies, what? That right there? Woo! My dad would purposely, like, hang it on the wall. Like, walk through there and like, oh my God. I'm like, no. I don't want that. Okay. So, it is up to you if you want to add, see, I have glue on my fingers and I have spider clay, if that makes sense. So you're gonna add some on top. Yeah, and the chancla was, or when you parent will, you would think you would do something and you think your parent forgot, you know, especially if there were visitors, and you're like, oh, I forgot, you know, because you know, we were talking about how when there was visitors, you couldn't be there. You had to, like, and you couldn't be asking questions like, what are you talking about? Because your mom would give you that stare, you know, like, oh, you're gonna get it, just wait until they leave. And the other was también when she would come in and she would pinch you. That was like the worst feeling ever. And they didn't pinch like little pinch. No, they grabbed that skin and twist it. Go like that. Okay. Oh. Ay, caray, ¿dónde lo dejé? Or did I let it away? I want to use a molding, but I have, and now I can't seem to find it. I don't know where. I think Marshmallow came in here and took it. Ay, Dios mío. I'll let this one loose. Bear with me for 1 minute. I'm sorry. Oh, found it. Okay, so I'm going to use this one here. It'll look like a sweater. Okay, so here we're going to just add it some there. So then this right here, I'm going to roll some clay out, and I can still have some of this on my fingers. Okay, so on the video that I made over on YouTube, I added an elf sticking out, and I did his legs. One, he was sticking out. On the other, his feet was like if he was going in there. So it's supposed to have been 2 elves. If you want to see how I did that, then you're gonna just go and watch over to YouTube and watch, and then you can see that one. This one, I'm gonna do a little something different, because I was planning to do the elf, which we still can. I can still show you how I did the elf, but I want to do something different. Maybe we'll go with that. If not, then y'all tell me, okay? but I'm gonna show you in a minute what I want to do. Your life was the same. I think it was all of us. I think we were all. I think it. I think it was all of us. I think it was just like I said, just our generation. That's just the way we grew up. I mean, remember we had to. They had to make a commercial to remind our parents, or a news, not a commercial. One of those things. ¿Cómo se dice? There wasn't a commercial, was it? Or they had to remind our parents about us. Like, do you know where your children are at? Like, it would come out at a certain time. I think around like 10 o'clock or something. Yeah, about 10 o'clock. But that's how we all grew up, and like I said, I guess that's why we can like take a lot of the crap, and we don't deal with the crap. Like, we don't cry if we get a little cut. Yes, right? It was like a bulletin, like hey, you know where your children are at? Okay, so now that I have that, I am going to add the little beads here, and I have some gold, not beads, they're pearls, flat pearls. Necesito 8, because there's 4 of them there. You remember that? And again, it was right before, like, at the end, before they stopped showing all the channels, all the movies or shows or what have you. Yeah. So, that was usually, like, my brothers. They were still outside. But as soon as those lights came on, half the time they would turn on and we were still outside playing. Or like, look, we got lights, we can still play. Okay. Hola Rita, ¿cómo estás? Gracias. Nice to see you también. I'm happy that you're here joining me. Okay, so now on each strip I'm going to add one of the pearls. Espero que se me... Let's do this quick before that heat starts running down. But you know what? They were good times. I don't know about y'all. Now we wonder like, how did we survive? But they were good. They were good times. And I would not change anything. Because se me pegó. I had fun. You will start playing like baseball or catch, and then you stop that and start riding your bike. Then you stop that, and then you start climbing trees. You stop that, and you play like not merry-go-round. What do you call that? When roll over, or you start. You will grab your jump rope, double dutch. It's like keeps getting stuck to my finger. Hola Rene, gracias. Yeah, so those were good times because I mean there was always something to do. There was always a game to play. Some of these games I had to teach my boys, and I just noticed that this is all. Let's see here. Okay. You can see like this one is slightly higher. So those were homemade flour tortillas. I've been craving them. Oh, goodness. I want some también. Mándame unas. Thank you. You can watch it here, but if you don't want to hear me chit-chat, I have it also over on my YouTube channel, and it's like probably 11 minutes long, give or take. I know, I want some too. I haven't made any in a long time, so I need to do some Spanish Latina cooking hour. You know what? It's funny that you said that because I was thinking about doing that one time. But that would take like forever, and and it would not be nice to you because I'll be eating that in front of you, of all of y'all. I'll be like, yum, yum, tortillas. And I'm like, wait a minute, let me give me some taquito. Okay, so here you go. Here are the boots. Now, my boots are going to, let me see. I just dropped some glue. Okay, I don't want my book to get, nope, right, yep. Oh, I have it on me. Okay, so ahí está el libro, right? Thank you. So there are my boots. So I can probably put that one up like that. It doesn't really matter. Oh, yes, I have a channel, Siempre Infinito. If you go, like, if you come out once I'm done with the live, just go into my page and I'll have it right there. I think it's under details. Or okay, so I don't know if Tammy Girl's here. She can. The Tammy Girl, if you're here, boo, if you don't mind putting my channel up for me here. So whoever's not following me, you can follow me over there. Okay. Now, what I wanted to do, we were going to, we can still do it, but y'all tell me if we should or shouldn't. I was thinking about adding him. I had him for like forever. Never did nothing with him. He's a little chef though. Now, I can do an elf instead of my little chef here. But then again, the chef is not going to go well with this because we're adding toys and what have you, right? So, gracias. Gracias, Rita. Gracias, Vey. So, what do y'all think? Should I go ahead and just do the elf instead? If I do the elf is going to be for next Sunday. Or we can leave him. But again, like I said, I still need to glue this. Oh, and then I need to add a strip, which I did not add my strip todavía. I need to add my little strip like this. Right there. Because, you see that gap right there? This, I need to add a strip here. And that actually needs to go inside. My apologies. And this, so it'll be covered up like that, just like this right here. So I need to add that in there, but I'll do that. Oh, you did? Oh, well, thank you for coming over here. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for those, Cricket. All right, so next week, since y'all didn't say nothing about the elf, I guess we'll leave him. Oh, you know what? We can do you know what? I'll still do the elf, and we'll put him like on this side. Yes to the elf. Okay, someone says yes to the elf. All right, so we'll do the elf, and the elf one. I don't think it'll take that long to make because I just want to make one elf, and then we'll start doing the show Bisquito. Thank you. He right because he looked like he matches, like he does match those. But I think that if I use him, I'm probably gonna have to be the kitchen, like Miss Santa's kitchen book, cookie book. Okay, see you tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out with me. Pero yes, next Sunday we're going to do the elf, and then we're going to do Santa's toy sack. We're going to add some toys as well in there. I do not have my book here of what other things we're going to be doing, but there's more things that we're going to be adding to this book. Okay. So you took the paper from under the page after it dried. This page right here. Oh, the paper underneath that I put in there. No, I took it out because actually, since I had the fan running, it helped dry up a lot faster. So I just pulled that out, and this is how it left it, and this is what I wanted it to look like. So I just went ahead and after that, then I just went in with my gold paint and painted it. all the way around. And then just this right here, when you do this, make sure that I did not, only because I know that I'm going to be adding a lot of stuff on here, and you probably won't see it. But just in case, if you want, just in case something a part does show, it's up to you. Just whenever you lay your page on there, just start pushing it in. But this was laid up here as soon as I finished covering this all up. Then I came in with my page. You can add glue if you want. I didn't. But here's another thing too. When I roll this out, the page was a little bit longer, because when it shrink, it obviously it loses inches, right? When it dries, it shrinks, it loses inches. So once I laid it there, I let it completely dried, and then I went in with my scissors and I cut only this side, these figure. I did not cut nothing here, because this was actually the length that I wanted it to be, because of me folding it this way. If I would have left it flat, then obviously this would have been hanging. It would have not looked good. But I wanted to look like the page was about to be flipped or something. So yes, I went in with my scissors, cut that off. Well, the clay was not completely dry, but somewhat. And then once it dried up, I went ahead and painted that and pulled out the piece of paper out. But okay, so next Sunday we're going to be doing that. Gracias. Now we're just gonna leave this here. Oh, I have to push this a little bit lower. But I'll fix that in a minute. Okay, so really quick, let me show you what I was working on. De nada. Let me show you what I was working for Spanglish Amigas that I didn't get a chance to come in here and show you. All right, so now our theme for Spanglish Amigas was pretty much how do you relax. Everybody relaxes a different way. Some of us have a little mom juice, where I don't happen to have none right now, but I did managed to get some coffee. Sorry. So another way also that what we love to do is, well, come in here, right? So, and then come in here, meaning by we go into our craft room, we bring out our crafts, what have you, and then we just start crafting away. So that is my serenity. That's how I like to relax and what have you. And I just realized that I don't have white clay. I didn't grab it, but wait, I have this one there. I'll just pull some from here. I should have brought it over here. Okay, so I am going to get some of this clay out. I don't need that much. I just need a little bit. With whatever I have in there, I don't think that's enough. All right. Let me show you what I was going to share with you. I had everything already ready, but what happened. And I was like, hey, it happened. Hola, Dee. Gracias. I'm doing that just today. Sorry. You're doing what? Your Friday? Yeah, I know. That's why you meet también. Because, meet también. What's meet también? That's Spanglish for you. Hola, Dee. Thank you, Helen. So what I was working on, and I got 3 things done. I am going to do the last one. This is what I do. This is my little crafting table. Okay, so here is my measuring mat. I put little numbers there, and then my glue gun, glue to whatever you want to call it, and then my rolling pin. So what I'm going to do is I want to make like a clay bag, and then perhaps if I have enough time, mi también, you también. I know, mi también. Girl, I have people like that. I have people at my job speaking like that. It's like, I don't know. Pero, what is it saying? Oh yeah, so I'm gonna make some clay. Gracias, thank you. So, and this right here, all I did with this right here was just get some clay, rolled it up, let it dry for a little bit, went in, and then of course it's mimicking this glue right here. And then use my letters, cookie cutters, and just spelled out the word glue, and of course the glue gun. This was very easy to make. I don't know if you can see it there, and then this right here. I think the most the hardest thing was to do, which is all so easy, was to get these numbers, because the numbers, they were a little bit thick, and I had like cut them in half, and then be very careful without losing the shape of the number. Thank you. So let me put this over here, and then we'll make a clay bag, and I'm going to be using this color because I think that's one color that I don't have on there. And I have also made, I was going to do this another way, but I should do it, but I think that if I do it, it'll probably be too big. Anyway, so what I made was, it is very easy. Very, very easy. If you want, I can show you that now. You know what? Yes. Now, the clay bag, the way I did the clay, not the clay bag. Gracias por las estrellas. Thank you. Oh, Rita, gracias, Rita. No stars. I mean, no stars, no hearts. This thing. Thank you. I have, in the past, I did a coffee bag. And that's the way that I was going to make my clay bag. So I think that's the way I'm going to be making this one. I at the last minute, I was like, no, let me not do it. But now I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know what? I should have done that instead. Oh, I did not reach for my stuff because I figured I didn't have enough time. I didn't think I was going to have enough time. But let me show you with this one, okay? We'll just put this for now here. All right. So you're going to choose your. Let me put this thing out the way. Okay. You get your ball, your clay. Let's do a little bit more. The handle has to be smaller. The original looks different to me. Oh, it does? Oh, yeah. Okay. We're gonna roll that out. Let me get this, because I don't want no finger marks or prints in there. Debbie, hola, ¿cómo estás? Yes, girl. I no more chillando and carrying, feeling sorry for myself. It's like, stop, Maria. Like, let's do this. Yes, girl. I couldn't stay away. Okay, so depending on you, how long or how big you want your glue gun to be, you're gonna roll out, right? Gonna roll it out. Then you're gonna flatten it, just like so. Okay, we're gonna put that there. We're gonna get another piece, and this is gonna be the handle. Okay. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo te ha ido? Veo que your kitchen, I love it, girl. They did a good job. And you did a good job too by telling them what to do. Okay, so this is going to be the handle. Obviously, it's going to be smaller than the top. Okay, and you're going to want to flatten that también. But almost like in a shape that, almost like a teardrop shape, if that makes sense. Yes, see. You don't put them together just as of yet. But because this is going to go like that, we're going to trim this off a little bit. Let me see, how am I going to do this? Yeah. No, wait. Oh, yeah. I'm like, wait. Okay. Just like that. So it's going to go like this. Okay? But let's not put that together just as of yet. You didn't realize my hair was so long? Oh, that's because it's up in a ponytail. But yeah, it's time to... I feel like it's way too long. It gets in my way, especially when I'm sleeping. When I move, I pull on it, like, it hurts. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna cut here to there, and that's where we're gonna put our glue stick in there. So we're just gonna trim that part there, and then be very careful when you're pulling it apart like that. You're gonna go in with your scissors, and you're just gonna trim that part off. Okay, and then pull that back together. Right, but don't close it all the way because we still need to put our glue in there. This one or that one back there. Let me. What is it? And this zip. That's how she looks. And then this one over here, I just place these so I know that if they're all gonna fall out. I just place them up there. Let me see if I can bring the whole thing. Oh, here, I'll just turn it this way. I did her the same way, just different color, of course, of dress. But I did make short videos for her if you want to see how I made her. If you want to learn how to make one on your own, just they're short videos. Which it was her, not her, because when I made her, I was just in here playing with the clay, and then realized that I came up with a fairy that I did not even record it. No sé. Thank you. Okay, so we're just gonna get some pieces here, and we're gonna roll out. Okay, and then we're just gonna cut, depending how big the cut is. You see, this is about an inch wide. All right, I'm gonna pull this back just a little bit. Look like I'm gonna have to cut more. Put that, squeeze that in there. But before I put this back together, you get your tool, and you're gonna want to flatten it in there to push that clay a little bit down. Now, when it dries up, it might push it back up. But the importance here is that you're making it look like there's the glue. Okay. All right. Once I do that, yes, it's in there. I think it's the last tutorial that I made. I don't remember, to be honest with you. All right, now now that we have it, we're going to attach those together. Okay, I need to put that there. Gracias, Tammy. Thank you, Caricia. Oh, cricket. Oop, I mixed the white with the green. Okay, so then we're just gonna make the little nozzle where the glue comes out from. I'm just gonna put that flying clay. Ay, Dios mío. Stop. Put that there like that. Oh, it's getting a different shape. How did I get glitter in here? I don't know. Okay. And then the tip, it can be a different color. I don't have, let me just get a different color clay here. Let me get a pink. I guess we'll do pink on this one. Okay. Make another little ball. And then like a teardrop. Just like that. Flatten the teardrop. Place it right there. Okay. Now for nothing where the handle goes, but where you're gonna put your fingers in. Oh, a little bit bigger. Okay. There's pink. There's somehow again white got mixed in there. Let me mix this up. That's too much. Roll it out as log as well. I think that's probably going to be a little bit too big. You want it to be the same size as the handle. And then you want it to be like in an angle as well. Thinner on the top. So it's going to be, I don't know if you can see that or not. It's going to be like that, okay? And then with your, not this tool. We're going to use this tool right here. We're going to put that in there first. We're going to have to trim some of that off. Connect that. Okay, now that is in there. With this tool, you're gonna push in, because that's where the fingers are gonna, you know, when you push you're gonna like grab it. Pew! Where's Marshmallow? Alright, so I don't need that. And then right here on the top, let's roll this out instead. It's not to be that thick. I'm gonna cut this. Okay. And as you can see, it's not hard to make. It's not hard to make at all. Clean the edges. Place that right there. You can do it on both sides if you want. It's totally up to you. We're going to get more of the white because this is going to be the glue sticking out from the back side. Nope, I don't want fingers. We want it even. One out. And depending on you how big you want it, just keep in mind that if it's large, it's a large size or it's a big long size, you're gonna have to put something underneath it for it to dry up. Okay. You can also get a toothpick, stick that in there, stick it in here as well, so you can hold it up. If not, you can just place something underneath there that is gonna keep it from falling down. And there's the little glue gun. Once it dries up completely, this has to be dried up as well. I think that's a little bit too long. We can trim some of that off, because that has to be flat. And there's my little glue gun. See? Easy. Easy peasy. Now I like this one better than that one. The colors is prettier. Okay. So, and there you go. That's how easy I made my little glue gun. So I think I've been here, was it almost 2 hours. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much to everyone for hanging out with me. I am going to make the bag of clay. And again, the bag of clay, I'm going to make it the same exact way that I made my coffee bag. If you want to see how I made the coffee bag, then you can check out that video, because I'm going to make it exactly like that. It's going to be a small little video of the glue dispenser. Thank you, boo. So yes, I'm going to make it, and I'm going to place it right here, and maybe, just maybe, I'll make some. If I make some, it's going to be about this size, and I think I'll probably have them sit there like that. If not, then I'll probably have them sit there. I think this is a good size that I'll be making. So we can just pretend, imagine that there's a pair of scissors, and then my clay stain right here. And of course, you know whose name is going to go on that clay. But anyway, all right. So thank you so much to, let me put this over here, to everyone for coming in here today with me. Thank you. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope you continue to have a fabulous Sunday. I'm just going to finish, and then I'll post that. A fabulous Sunday. I hope you continue also not just having a fabulous Sunday. I hope you also continue having a fabulous Memorial weekend. Thank you so much. Thank you, Yvonne. Gracias. You say it's easy. It is. It's easy. I showed you. Come over so I can give you classes aquí, in person. So I'm going to glue these down so they can stop moving. I think I'm going to pull this one back up like that. I want them to look like this, or maybe like that. I don't know. I'm going to be playing around with this. So next Sunday, I'm going to come back in here. We're going to do the elf. And I think we're going to make two. I know. No me digas que te pegaste. No. Okay. We're going to make two. I think we'll probably make two elves. Or we can just do one. I don't know. No. One elf, because I want the other one I want the little bear to be sitting there. And then right here, you can give me tips. Oh, yes, of course. That's right. I'm going to see you there. Can't wait. And we're going to do Santa's toy sack and make some cute little toys as well. Okay, my friends, thank you so much. I will see you I'm coming back in here again on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then Friday. Gracias, amiga. I can't wait to see what you're going to show us. And again, I didn't show what, I didn't finish it. But anyways, I'll just do that quick. Okay, so I am going to go and that's my pew pew. Anyways, so take care, and many blessings to everyone for reaching out. I am so grateful to every single one of you. It means, like I said, it meant the world to me that you cared, that you reached out. And I hope that you continue staying blessed. Don't forget, I'll come over. Just a short thing, right? Okay, girl. Come over. I'll pick you up with a big old sign that says, "It's me, Maria." But anyways, thank you so much. And I will see you till the next time. I'm going to take these off. All right. So I'll see you till next time. Adios. Bye.